Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for Compound. Now, I wanted to discuss this on the macro real quick, just because of the shapes of everything and what I'm expecting to happen at this point. Now, I did take a short on this last video, and I ended up getting stopped out, lost 1%, 1 unit of the account. Oh, got an alert. I'll check that after. But real quick, off the daily here, it's a pretty tough count. I think we're actually making a diagonal here, an ending diagonal, in a series of threes to complete our C wave, and our high is actually a B wave. And I'd like to see us drop below this third wave, not to be truncated, at 26.19. Because my view is this is a complex fourth wave as a expanded flat, and we're looking to create one more wave to the downside, breaking that low. I'm not sure what extensions we'll get, but the 1.382 is at 19.80, 1.618 at $16. So we'll have to see which one we hit for this final WXY in our fifth wave. But if we go down to the smaller time frames, you just got to realize how ugly this is. And if you see this as something bullish, pay attention to how much time has passed since that last wave. And it's just very, very, very ugly. The only way I would see us recovering is we make some sort of complex move to the upside and then reverse back, similar to like what HBAR is doing or Filecoin, etc. So looking at this area here, this was the last trade setup. Keep in mind that's our high. This is my last trade setup as an ABCDE. I took my entry on the break of the D, got stopped out at the E. So that was a little frustrating. But looking to stay with it. As you can see, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a WXY to the downside. Didn't get that clearly. So just following along. I'm going to fix this up in real time here. So that is not a triangle. So we have a three-wave move here, three-wave move for our X. And if we just look at it with our eyes, we have 3 here, currently 3 here. So there's a few things that can be happening. Either it is a triangle, it's just getting extended up as an A, B, C, D, E, and then we come down to our downside. So I'll throw those up. The difficulty is the complexity of the 3 waves. And this actually did come pretty high, so I don't even like it as a triangle, unfortunately. You can see the shape's a little whack. We came up to the 786 of this move to the downside, which is there at 60, so probably not a triangle. So I'm not going to put much weight into that. Came past 618 here. You see we're just jumping back between 618s and 786s. So I would probably argue this wave doesn't have a matching wave yet, and this is most likely, we came back to past the 70%. This is most likely going to make a flat, or we're expecting 5 waves to the downside here. And that would complete our zigzag as our W, our X wave here in 3, and our Y wave to the downside. If it goes any further than that, this probably is not the right wave, and we'd have to reevaluate what's going on. But just pay attention to the complexity of this. I can't really see how this is bullish. That would have to be a low, and we made a 3-wave high, 3-wave back, 3-wave back. The only way is if we're making some sort of very large diagonal, which would just eat up time and not really go anywhere fast. Have lots of time to evaluate what's happening. So if this is our flat and we're looking for our Y wave, we'd expect that to complete around $40, which would be a larger 3-wave move, come back up, and then go back down to complete that more complex move I'm looking for, down below the previous 3rd wave on the daily, right there at 26.20. We don't have to break this low, remember, just that 3rd wave low. And if you look at previous areas where we see something similar. Like a fractal. You can see it's almost identical. Take a look at this zone here. Take a look at this zone here. So if we hold this area as resistance, come down similarly to here. We just chop our way down. Just chop our way down. In which case I'd look for a three-wave move and we come back down like so. But it does not look bullish to me whatsoever. At the moment, I will update this if something changes. I've got some alerts set on this, but I expect us in the short scenario to not break that high. I think we're making a 3, 3, looking for 5 waves to the downside. In which case we make another correction, come back down again. All right, guys, I wish I had more for compound, but you can see the complexity in it. There's no way you can get a high probability count on this. We're getting nothing but chop. All 3-wave moves. My bias is downside currently on compound, but I will be interested once we break this low at 26.20, or if this looks like something more bullish, but I expect it to take a lot of time to show up. All right, guys, that's it for compound. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.